Hello my dear friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how easily you can create organization chart using Excel VBA functionality. Let me first of all show you what we are going to learn in this tutorial, and then after we will design the same together. So without any further delay, let's get started. This is the reference table that we are going to use and going to generate such kind of chart. Let me delete this first of all. And the chart is going to be based on these two columns, employee ID and manager ID. Okay, and we are going to refer the employee ID with the manager ID and map accordingly the chart. Okay, let me show you the example first of all. We are just going to click on this generate chart and let's wait for a second or two and we will have our chart. Here we get the confirmation that the chart is created. Let's go to the chart or chart sheet, and here we have the chart. So this is so easy, just a click and we have the chart based on our data. Now let's dive into the VBA and see how we can create this. And for this, I'm just going to use this data table and going to move this sheet to the new file. And we are just going to close the previous one so we can start working from the scratch. Now you can see we have a new workbook and we can start our VBA over here. We can add our module first of all over here like this. And we are going to start our code with the line of option explicit. This statement focuses you to explicitly declare all variables within a module before using them. Now let's declare these two variables ws and org sheet for the data sheet, and we are also going to declare a variable named as dic, that is a dictionary. Now let's create a subroutine as a generate org chart, and we are just going to write all our code in this subroutine. Now let's declare the variables that we are going to use in this particular module, and all these variables are going to be used for different purposes. This two line of code are going to be used to read the data, and these variables are going to be used for creating the shapes and object, and this three line of variables we are going to use for mapping the org chart. Now let's initialize the worksheets. We have used these variables ws and org chart. So this is the line of code. This we are assigning ws to the employees, and next we are just going to see the org chart. Okay, if org chart sheet is not available, we need to create a new one and we will name that sheet as an org chart. And if it is already exists, then we need to clean out before generating the chart again. So we are just removing all the shapes from the sheet. Next, we need to create the dictionary to track the employee levels. Okay, for that, this is going to help us to check the employee level hierarchy depth, number of employee in each level, and also we will get the employee position on the chart. Okay, from here now we are just going to initialize the variables. So this is the step one. These variables are going to help us like start x, start y, spacing x, spacing y. These are going to help us to provide a space between the shapes in an organization chart. Okay, let me put this for loop to read all the levels and do the mapping. And we are going to start with the row number 8 because in our master database we have started with the row number 8. Okay, and the last row is based on whatever the data row we have. We are going to store employee ID and manager ID from this column A and column D. Okay, and then after we will check if manager ID is blank, that means it is the first person as a we can treat as a uh, CEO top level. Okay, first level. Okay, and if it is a manager, then we will map accordingly to the levels. In the employee level object variable, we are going to have all the employee IDs. Next, this three line of code is going to help us to prevent the shapes overlapping by tracking the row position. Now let's start with the for loop, and this for loop is going to create our organization chart, and we are just going to read the data from the employee master to these variables, and this is going to bind to our shapes. The values will be shown in the shapes. Okay, next we need to calculate the position, and for that we are just going to use row index that we already used on the top, and we are going to use x and y position to be calculated. Default we have x and y, you already seen upside, so we are just going to calculate. And here we are just creating the shape. First of all, we are creating a round shape with the x and y position where we want to put, because we are going to have different here. 150 and 60 is the width and height of the shape. If you put a comma over there, you get the property that this value is a high width and a height. Next, you can identify with the property name that these are the for color field for color and the line for color for the shape. And we are putting a text value in the shapes. Okay, this is the employee designation, and in the new line we are putting a name of the employee and other properties. Same, we are just looking towards the last column and finding out the image is available or not. If image is there, we will add that image to the shape. We are adding a shape and employee ID to this dictionary. Now this is the most important part of organization chart, that we need to connect these shapes with each other according to their level. Okay, so here I am just looking if a manager ID is empty, not empty, then we need to uh, create set the shape with the dictionary ID first of all, and then after we are adding a connector to that. Okay, here you can see the beginning connect and end connect. These are going to help us to draw a line between first connector and the second connector. You can see a 3 last value as a 3, that is a shape value, that is a position in the uh, particular shape. You can see in the diagram these are the positions, and the third means at the bottom and one is on the top. So stop will start from the end connector is from the top side, and start will be the third position, and I'm giving the width as a 2, and the last is the message for confirming. Now let's give a try, and let me, okay, done. Now let's go to the Excel, and we will assign this macro to this shape. Okay, this one. Okay, now just notice we don't have any org chart over here, and when we click on this generate org chart, you can see that we have the that sheet as well as the chart. And there you have it. We have successfully created a dynamic organization chart in Excel using VBA. This script not only generates the hierarchy but also format it with the color, images, and connecting lines automatically. With this approach, you can visualize company structure, team hierarchy, or any other reporting relationship effortlessly. Plus, it's completely customizable, so feel free to modify the design layout or even add more functionality to this. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit like button and subscribe to the channel for more Excel and VBA automation tips. Also, let me know in the comment if you have any question or if there's any other topic you would like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.